Dubai. From sand dunes to skyscrapers, indeed no other city in the world proves that if you can imagine it, you can build it. And in this hyper-modern Emirate city, the sky is the limit. In this episode, we'll marvel at Dubai's modern skyline and urban design, revel in the city's over-the-top luxuries and hedonistic pleasures, and savor the simple joys of its past. So join me in Dubai. I'm David Celdran, and this is Executive Class. Goodbye Manila, cause we're off for Dubai. The largest city of the UAE is a direct flight away, with a number of airlines to choose from. Hello. Good evening, or well, good morning.
Welcome on board. Please, I'll show you to your
All
seat.
right. Oh, nice. Window seat. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm all alone. Our airline of choice this time is Etihad Airways, the Skytrax certified 5-star flag carrier of the capital of the UAE. In a few moments, we'll be taking off for Dubai. That's our final destination. I know, we're taking Etihad, which flies into Abu Dhabi, but really it's not very strange. The two are actually neighbors, and the trip from Abu Dhabi airport to Dubai's downtown is actually very short. The flight time to Abu Dhabi is over 9 hours, though it feels much less in the lap of luxury. Etihad's business class service and cabin amenities are more than enough to keep you comfortable. Though we'd like to see the airline start using their aircraft with their award-winning first-class apartments to their Manila-Abu Dhabi routes soon. But hey, we're not complaining. Thank you. Perfect. The champagne, right?
For you. May I please?
We're hitting the ground running, so to speak, so some pampering like this is what we need to get enough rest before our hectic tour of Dubai begins. So here I am, finally on UAE soil. I know it sounds strange for someone who's been traveling all his life and who's been hosting a travel show for about 14 years. This is my first time to step on UAE soil. You know, I've transited through Doha and Dubai and Abu Dhabi many times before, but never have I gotten out of the airport. This is my first time. So let's find out what I've been missing all these years. We're guests of Venue and Concept, a Dubai-based boutique travel company that offers bespoke itineraries to luxury travelers. I've never felt any compelling reason to visit Dubai before, but I'm hoping this trip will prove me wrong. Though the view from the highway isn't very promising, just a lot of concrete and sand. I've always imagined the UAE like this, rich and modern, but desolate too. But all that changes once inside Dubai, a gleaming, modern, and vibrant city that appears as if out of nowhere. Because that's exactly what this place is, an oasis of urban splendor built from scratch. All this is pretty new. About 20 years ago, there was hardly anything you could see or do in Dubai. Much of this was flat desert land with a few buildings here and there. Today, Dubai is home to one of the most spectacular skylines in the world, and we're about to see it from the air. Helicopter tours give you a bird's eye view of how fast and far Dubai has grown in just 2 decades. Most of the buildings are just too tall to see from ground level, so this is the best way to view the world's fastest growing skyline. The financial center and waterfront is home to Dubai's most iconic buildings, like the Burj Al Arab, the sail-shaped structure that put Dubai on a modern architectural map. And of course, the world's tallest tower, the 160-story, 828-meter high Burj Khalifa.
Also on the waterfront and only visible from above is another architectural and engineering icon, the Palm Jumeirah, an artificial archipelago that resembles a palm tree with a 2-kilometer-long trunk, a crown of 17 fronds, and a crescent surrounding it. Hotels, resorts, and residential units occupy the artificial islands, with more being built in the years to come. Nearby is another artificial archipelago, the World Islands. 30 or so islands patterned after, what else? The map of the world. Yep, only in Dubai. The helicopter tour also covers the interior of the city, with sweeping views of its unbelievably modern infrastructure. Just how on earth did all this happen in so short a time? Money, of course. Lots of it. But there are far richer states that don't come close to what Dubai has achieved. Dubai's oil reserves are actually among the lowest in the region, forcing the Emirate to rely on tourism, property development, and services instead. It must be said, Dubai was built with a power of will and vision, and the talent and labor of professionals and workers from all over the world.
And that is how you see Dubai from above. What an amazing skyline. And you know what? We should share this pride with the Emiratis, because a lot of what we saw over there, the infrastructure, the construction, the buildings, were built with the help of Filipinos, including the original master plan for Dubai.
Watch this space, because this area around the helipad is where one of the newest developments of Dubai is rising. But it's off to our hotel in the old part of the city for us. Old part in Dubai meaning an area developed only a decade ago, more or less.
Over-the-top, postmodern luxury. Well, that was a trend that probably began here in Dubai City. And the term 7-star hotel, that was first used to describe the new wave of luxury properties that offered much more than 5-star amenities. Now, the term isn't used much in the hotel industry anymore, but hotels like the Raffles in Dubai definitely fit that description.
We know the Raffles brand for its adherence to understated elegance. But hey, this is Dubai, so not even the venerable Raffles could resist going a bit over the top. The pyramid structure and Egyptian-themed lobby is a bit overwhelming at first, but the tasteful touches of the Middle East throughout give the hotel an authentic sense of place.
How are you?
You have some coffee for me, right?
Yes, please. Yes.
So this is Arabic coffee.
It's Arabic coffee, yeah. Have a nice stay in Raffles Dubai, sir.
Shukran.
Thank you.
The Emirati and the Arabs in general are very big on tea, but they also have a long tradition of serving Arabic coffee. And in local homes, it's a sign of hospitality. And here at the Raffles Dubai, they do a very similar thing. And they make you feel really welcome.
But of course, this being the Raffles Hotel, the tradition of high tea is taken just as seriously as it is in other Raffles properties in the East. In a city known for having hotels with the largest rooms in the world, the Raffles offers some of the most spacious suites in Dubai.
There are only 2 royal suites in the property, and these are the highest category of rooms. There are 2 kinds. One is an Asian-themed suite, and the other, this one over here, Middle Eastern. Wow. This is what you call a royal suite. Every luxury suite has its wow factor, and for the Raffles Royal Suites, it's their bathrooms. Not just one, but 2 of these.
Water is a source of life, and in Dubai, it moistens and cools the hot and dry desert air. There are no rivers in Dubai, so they built artificial waterways instead. We are taking a private boat tour from the creek side, where the first settlers of Dubai once lived. The original inlet was expanded and extended into a canal that runs from the old part of Dubai and right through the modern heart of the city.
If this is your first time in Dubai, all this might seem really natural, but it's not. This canal we're on, it's actually pretty new. It has no purpose other than as a decorative factor. That's the thing about Dubai. They'll spend just to make the city beautiful and attractive to visitors.
And it serves its purpose well. A slow sunset cruise provides a scenic view of the city's magnificent skyline. These aren't just buildings and bridges, they're monuments, elaborate structures that combine modern architectural techniques and cutting-edge engineering with traditional Arabic details and Islamic design motifs. It's a beautiful, though entirely artificial sight, especially when the lights come out at night. Some of it was built just for fun, it seems. The colorful man-made waterfall that signals the end of the cruise automatically gives way to passing boats, to the delight of passengers and onlookers alike. Once again, it's something you'd expect only in Dubai.
As we just saw in that Canal cruise, the leaders of Dubai seem to think that there's nothing in this world that money can't buy. If you don't have a river, well, then buy one, or rather build a canal. And they did build a canal through it. That same thinking applies to almost everything else about this city, which was once just a lot of sand. Today, it's a playground for architects and urban designers. If you can imagine it, you can build it.
Well, it's that same thinking that brought one of the world's most exciting shows to the new Al Abtour city in Dubai.
Without any doubt, Dubai is the center of luxury in the Middle East, but now it also wants to be the capital of entertainment in this part of the world. And to achieve that, they built a brand new theater to house La Perle, a new production by Franco Dragone. And we're here backstage to experience it.
La Perle is a live art and acrobatic show inspired by the UAE. It was produced exclusively for Dubai by the world-renowned artistic director Franco Dragone. Dubai Sheikh Mohammed Abtour got the idea to produce a show after watching one of Dragone's productions in Las Vegas.
And so he went and he saw it, he was mesmerized, and he's like, I need this in Dubai.
And like everything else in the city, if there's a will and the money to get it done, consider it done. And so La Perle was born, and with it, a brand new state-of-the-art theater purpose-built for the performance.
You know, in Dubai, you always have the biggest, the
Right.
strongest, the most evolved.
Over the top.
Yes, the superlatives,
Yeah.
right? It's the city of superlatives. But, and so obviously we had to live up to that.
La Perle doesn't fall short. The performance is a technical feat requiring cutting-edge multimedia and stage construction techniques, including mind-blowing water features built right into the theater. But it's the artistic performances that truly impress.
There is an emotional journey at La Perle. You will feel not only excitement, at times you will feel a little bit of fear, you might feel a bit of sadness. So Franco knows how to take you on a ride, and in those 90 minutes for sure you will be on an emotional ride. And at the end you will end clapping and feeling glorious inside.
It's the collective achievement of the 65 international artists under the direction of Tara Young. Artists like the lead, Andressa from Brazil, who have used their own experience interacting with an international cast in a foreign but global city like Dubai to help them communicate La Perle's message of universality to the audience.
I think understanding and being able to communicate between all of these cultures is something that is very important, and that's very reflective of Dubai and how it's been evolving. So as much as it is conservative, but I think it's very welcoming to different nationalities, different people, and you realize every company that you go to today to work, and not just La Perle, every multinational, every local company, it's a melting pot. It's a mixture of different people coming from all over to make something very special, very unique, and that's what we're doing over here.
If La Perle is a metaphor of postmodern society, then Dubai is a symbol of the global economy, the spirit of which is best embodied in megastructures like the Burj Khalifa. The tallest building on the planet was designed by an American firm, inspired by Islamic architecture and built largely by migrant laborers. It houses the corporate headquarters of international firms, as well as 11 floors for the Italian luxury brand Armani Hotel. So it's hardly strange to end our night in this part of the Middle East dining on, well, sushi and other Japanese specialties at Hashi, the hotel's uber-chic Japanese restaurant and bar overlooking the famous Dubai fountain, as it sways to the music of Thriller, Michael Jackson's international smash hit. Up next on our tour of Dubai, we'll take to the water with a private yacht cruise to the iconic waterfront and join a party on the beach. Then hop on a pump boat to the old town for a taste of the traditional side of the city before ending our journey in the sand and under the stars of the UAE. Executive class returns after the break.